Oh, darling, happy hump day. You know what? Not once, but twice. I got my fat ass up at 6 a.m. and went and worked out at a 6:45 class. No one's going to cheer for you but you. I don't know if you've ever done this or if you need to do this, but before work, get up at the butt crack of dawn and go to a class. Find anything that's just right near your house. Just right near your house, okay? Make sure it's less than 5 minutes to get to and just get up and do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's put a little oomph into it. Let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside the Dear Juju Podcast. Once the cheerleader, always the cheerleader. I went and did the biggest shop at Waitrose, and people were looking at me like I was absolutely crazy because I bought one of those beach wagons, and that's what I bring to go to the fucking grocery store. And they're like, wow, that's a big shop, because they don't do that here. Like, they go to the grocery store every day, maybe every other day. But I'm like, who the fuck has time for that? You know? So I just brought my wagon. I was like, we eat out every Friday, so Monday through Thursday, I've got us handled. And they were all like, wow, that's a really big shop. And I said, listen, you can take the girl out of America, but you can't take America out of the girl. Okay, I need a big shop. I need it. I don't want to be fucking coming here, seeing your ass with these checkouts that I have to give to myself. Anyways, the running joke between my friends here and myself is I always bring up Target. I'm like, you know who has that? Target. You know where you can get that? Target. And they're like, okay, with the Target. It's like a fun little banter that we play. But I really do fucking miss Target. And this is going to be very controversial. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what you can say and what you can't say? But this is my fucking podcast and I'm saying it. I miss Target and I miss Black America. Yeah, I said it. Black America and Americans to me are the best. And I miss them because there's just that soul of America that they bring. And maybe I'm just missing America in general, but specifically I miss Black America. Yeah, I said it. I do. I miss my Black friends that are hilarious and that make me laugh. I miss my Latinos. I miss also Latino America. I miss them as well. They are, oh my God, I miss them. I don't know, like the Latinos and the Blacks just bring a soul to America that you just can't get anywhere else. And the Asians too, to be honest. Korean Americans, they be killing it. It's just like, maybe I just miss America. I don't know. But specifically, you just don't have that kind of soul and banter. Or maybe I just haven't found it. I'm not sure. But I just, I miss home. I love my life here. It feels like a freaking fairy tale every day. But when you leave a place that you are from, and I've always been like, oh, I'm just so sophisticated and more European and da-da-da. And then when you actually get here, you're like, oh, I miss home. I miss those Latinos that be at the Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Like you can't find that kind of person. You can only find that Latino Dodger loving essay in LA specifically and in America. You just can't find them, Now let me tell you specifically why I miss Target. There was someone's birthday party. We had a burger bash, 2 birthday parties at that. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a banner swag that says happy birthday. And on both sides, I'm going to have balloons so that when they walk in to get the food and the drinks, it feels festive and like I did something for them. Well, you can buy balloons. Like go to any of the grocery stores. They sell the banners and they sell balloons. What do they not sell? The streamers. The like that balloon ribbon, y'all know what I'm talking about, specific ribbon. It's not a cloth ribbon. I was almost said ribbon. It's a streamer ribbon, okay? Now these motherfuckers be selling the balloons, selling the helium tank, not a streamer in sight. What the hell am I going to do with balloons, a helium tank, no streamer, and no weight? right? Like Target's got it all on point. We have the weight, we have the streamers, we have the balloons, we got the helium tank. We got the happy birthday, the plates, the cards, like that aisle has saved me on the way to parties more times than I'd like to admit. But yeah, okay, so you're going to give me the balloons and the helium tank, but no streamer. And that kind of shit just makes my eye twitch. I'm like, you guys didn't think this through. You could have sold another $2. Like this is cutting into your profit margin. Give me everything I need in one spot. Now, I don't know if you're watching, but maybe it's an SAMR, BSMP, whatever the fuck you kids are saying. I got my nails back. And if you are a woman who loves her nails, you understand that you feel like you when you have your nails. And more so than that, I feel like I put another notch into my community because I found my person. And you know what's crazy is, so this is what I decided when I didn't have my nail salon. We have a high road here. Think about the high road as like Main Street, right? Like America Main Street, where there's like one street where you got all your shops, your Rite Aid, your Walgreens, your this, your that, And, if you're outside the big cities, then you kind of have either Main Street or you have like that big strip center that you always go to. But here they call it a high road and everything's on the high road. Now, I decided, okay, I'm just going to go down the high road and get my nails done at every place, right? And then whoever's the best, that's going to be my person. And I drove by one day and I saw this nail salon on the high road and this man working there. I shit you not. This is a real story. A man working there drilling and he was in it. He was like, he had this energy of like fucking hyper focus. And I thought, that's it. That's my nail salon. But I kept trying. And I went down and then finally I was like, you know what? Fuck it. My gut is telling me that that's my place. Wouldn't you know, I got the man just by chance and it's the place. And now I feel like my community is a little bit more solid because I went to the same nail salon for 20 years in LA. Then when I moved to Glendale and found a new place, I went there for 5 years. And the same thing, honey. I got the same person. I went in, sat down, Big Apple Red. They know the shape. They don't even have to ask. Okay. We don't have to talk about nothing. I put in my headphones. How's your mom? How's your sister? How's your family? Good, good. Oh, mine's good. Georgie's good. She'll come and get your nails done. Okay, boom. And then you listen to a podcast and you leave with them in perfect shape. Now, I know we're not to the advice section yet, but this is one of my biggest advices, okay? You got a friend that's sick. Your friend had a baby. Is there a wedding? Is your friend getting their home reconstructed? Bring a dish, bitch. This is my advice. My friend is getting their kitchen remodeled and she kind of made a sly comment. Like my favorite thing in life is when people make kind of off the cuff comments and they think nobody picked it up, but I'm like, oh bitch, you don't fucking know me. And I store that shit. That's why I'm the best present giver and the gift giver. And when I want to make something special, I know how to make it special because I study you. I made that pasta salad for a burger bash, which is what I talked about a few weeks ago. And one of the ladies who is getting her house redone or her kitchen redone, which is she's living in a construction zone. Could you imagine not having your kitchen for like a month and then like dust and this, that, and the other? That must stress you out to the eons. And she said at the burger bash, oh my God, I'm so happy you made pasta salad. Because of our kitchen, we haven't had pasta in so long and I really miss it. I said, well, now I know what I need to do. And I thought, what am I going to make them? Cacio pepe, the pepper, they have a little kid. I don't think that's going to work. Like, do I make them an Alfredo? Kind of creamy. It's summertime. Maybe I should make like a basil lemon. Again, the kid. What if the kid doesn't like the lemon? And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go for a classic tagliatelle bolognese. You got your beef. You got your pork, you got your Italian sausage. Those are the three meats that I mix up. You got your mirepoix, you got your onions, you got your garlic, you got your, I was about to say cilantro. You got your celery, you got your carrots, okay? You are hiding the vegetables in this meat sauce. And then, of course, you put your herbs and you put your bay leaf. Now, one way that I make this so fucking good is I do cans of tomatoes. I do the tomato paste, but I don't make it from scraggity scratch. That I make all that from scratch. But then what I do to add crazy flavor is I put a can of tomato basil store-bought fucking sauce. And I put that in with a little bit of the pasta sauce just to add. Because those cans, if you get a really good one, they got all the sauces and all the flavorings. And it kind of just elevates it. And nobody knows. And I brought it to her. And don't you know that they were so grateful? And I would want someone to do that for me if my kitchen was under construction. And so, we have to live this life, treat others the way we want to be treated. And that's how I would want to be treated. And I was like, you know what? I'll make a little extra for my family and they can have it too. And we had it yesterday and it was just bomb. And the mom was like, there's so many hidden vegetables in this. This is genius. I said, no problem. So make a dish, bitch, if especially new baby, new house, a wedding, if someone's sick, like always, always, always send them food. They will always appreciate it. What do we hate deciding? What are we going to eat for dinner tonight, right? I don't want to go out. I don't want to spend money I went to Dishoom. Dishoom is one of the most amazing Indian restaurants in London. They have them all over. Claire, one of my best friends of 25 years, came and stayed with me for a week. And guess what she did? After she left, she sent me an email and gave me a gift certificate to Dishoom. Okay, so if you can't bake or cook, and it was 100 pounds, which is like $100, and she made it in pounds so I didn't have to do a third of the price, which was very sweet. So these are things where it just warmed our heart. We had a date night. We had the best Indian food of our lives. And it's just like food is the way to say thank you, or I love you and I'm thinking about you. Okay. Shocker that I said that. Okay. I'm just riffing a lot here because, I had a lot to talk about. Some weeks I have a lot to talk about and then other weeks I don't. Kids are out of school. So to not have the camp costs pile up, we take 1 week off and 1 week on of camp, right? And on the weeks off, Dad takes them one day, I take them one day. So on Dad's day, he took them to the aquarium. Now in front of the aquarium, there was a performer. And the performer picked Georgiana to be his helper. And she was dancing and she took a bow in front of this huge street performance and everyone cheered for her and he gave her $5. You guys, I have never been more proud of anyone in my life. When I saw Georgiana do that, I said, yes, bitch, you got your mama's DNA. Now, I was a dancer, obviously, but I was a dancer since I was 5. And what happened, okay, little story, little Dear Juju bedtime story. Ready? Open your book. While I was dancing at one of the competitions, some guy came up to my mom and he said, your daughter's really good and she's adorable and she's actually like funny when she dances somehow. And my mom was like, oh, we don't know where she came from. She's an absolute hoot. She's hilarious. And he said, I would like her to perform with me. And my mom was saying, who the fuck are you? And he said, I am here seeing my niece, but I can't take my eyes off your daughter. Like, I just love her, not in a creepy way. And I am the mascot of the Houston Rockets. Back when they used to have a mascot, they used to have a mascot called Booster, which I guess was this like kind of alien guy. And he used to have this big head and these baubles. And he said, I'm the guy in the costume. I'm Booster. And sometimes it gets really boring just performing by myself. I think the crowd would really love her and we should do some stuff together. So for a season of the Houston Rockets, can you guys believe this? Okay. For a season of the Houston Rockets, I am 7 years old. I am Rocco's age, okay? And I went to rehearsal with Booster. We made up this whole sketch. I was Little Red Riding Hood, lost and confused with my basket. And then bam, once the song came on, I threw the basket. I took off my cape. And I started dancing for the whole Houston Rockets. That's what your girl's first professional gig was. At 7 years old, was the halftime performance with Booster for the Houston Rockets. So when I saw my Georgie get picked out on the street performance, and there was so many people there, by the way, and she was dancing and she was like push and play, and then she took a bow. I thought, oh shit, the apple does not fall far from the fabulous tree. And it makes me really proud because a lot of people think I'm just the nanny because my kids are real light and I'm darker. So they're just like, oh, you're her mom. And they kind of look like, which I'm like, guys, I just have darker hair and a little bit darker skin. Jeez. I just felt so proud. It was a very proud moment and I had to share. And then I thought about that story and I thought, fuck, I got to share that with my peeps. Okay, we're going to go through the rest of the episode really fast because I usually like to keep it under 20 minutes, but I have one more thing. Okay, one more thing. It is one of my closest friends here in London. It's her birthday, okay? She wears glasses. They're dorky. That's how I feel. They're dorky, okay? And I love her, and she's a master wine woman, and she needs a pair of glasses that elevate her look, that give her a signature, sophisticated, fabulous feeling. Because, I mean, if you're going to have glasses on your face all day, I mean, they better be like sickening, right? And it's her birthday coming up. And I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to say, we're going to an optician where there's a few frames that I have curated and I think would look fabulous on you. And I want to get you a new pair of glasses because you wear them every day and you need to put on something that's fabulous every day. And I'm paying for it. You know, it's a hard, very delicate matter to tell someone, hey, you know those things that you wear on your face? They look fucking dorky. Not because they're glasses. Glasses are cool. Glasses are sick. I have fake glasses that I wear. But it's the type of frame that we got going on. So I want to give her and gift her for her birthday something that she will wear every day and be just ultra fab in. But I'm a little bit nervous. Because I know her and I love her, but I don't know her that well. It's not like she's my best friend of 10 years or something. She's just my closest mom friend and like my friend in general. But I just met her like a few months ago, you know? And I'm basically going, no, bitch, those glasses, they're not the one. Nope, they're not giving me master sommelier wine person of the world. Okay, little delicate situation. It's actually happening this weekend. Oh, fuck. It's happening this weekend. So I'll report back next week and let you know how it goes. All right, with all that, let's get into some domestic goddessness. All right, first things first, at Dishoom, 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 I don't really know. Google it, Dishoom, London. They have a broccoli salad that I am making that is amazing. Raw broccoli, dates, pistachios. I mean, it was the best salad, the cleanest salad I have ever had in my life. Look it up. Cocktails. You know what I'm making this week, you guys? I love a Bloody Mary. Love it. I hate the sodium that's in that canned tomato juice and how thick and vodka-y it is. So I'm thinking about making a gin TomatoTini. I'm so excited. I'm going to roast the tomatoes. I'm going to get gin. I'm going to pour some olive oil because every once in a while, I like my cocktail to almost feel like an appetizer, right? I want it to wet the palate and also be a little bit of an amuse-bouche into the meal. So I'm going to try a TomatoTini. I'm going to have vermouth. I'm going to have gin. I'm going to roast about 7 grape tomatoes and blister them, muddle them, put everything in, shake it, drain it, put some olive oil on top. I'm making that this week, and I'm going to put it on the internets. Decor. Murals. Like if this is a mural, what you see behind you, let me boom out really quick, scooch out. This is a mural, okay? If you're going to do wallpaper, they have such great wallpapers for murals. But don't just throw up a mural. Frame it. You can do a wainscoting and you can do a crown molding. Give it a little bit of a frame, but pick a mural. We are all about murals. We are about wallpaper murals where different colors, different textures, they feel romantic. They feel like art on the wall. They just are elegant. So if you are looking for a wallpaper to be extremely elegant, do a mural. Just go ahead. Just do your mural. There's so many out there, especially on Etsy. Google mural forest wallpaper, peel and stick or regular. There's so many gorgeous ones. All right, now with all that, let's get into some Q&A with some TNA. I hope you guys know that that stands for tits and ass. Somebody asked me, what does Q&A with TNA stand for? I was like, bitch, have you never seen Chorus Line? Tits and ass will change your life. It sure changed mine. That's about as good as I can get. All right, Dear Juju, have you ever made an enemy at a dinner party? If so, what happened? Can we know the juice? Last week, I was at a dinner party and something happened with another guest. And now I'm wondering, has this ever happened to you? Love your podcast. Okay, I haven't made an enemy exactly at a dinner party, but I will tell you a situation. I went to a friend's birthday and there was a mom there and I was new to this area. And one of the moms, school moms, was like, oh, Juju, we have to have you over. Let's plan a date. I said, absolutely. Here's my phone number. Let's plan a date. Let's meet up and let's do this. She never called. All the other moms plan dates, times, and she's even been at coffees and other situations that I've been invited to, and she still hasn't planned a time or a day, not even like a coffee, which I think is very kind of odd because clearly you have time for coffee because all the other moms came. And so now I feel a certain way about her because I'm like, you don't do what you say you were going to do. And she gives me a little bit of cunty vibes, and she was drunk and like gossiping at the party, and my kid doesn't really like her kid. So she hasn't come to the Burger Bash, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. So I haven't made an enemy, but it's just more of a situation of like, I got your number. I don't really feel you. That's it. This is not that juicy. Dear Juju, question, as a busy mom who's doing a lot just like me, what is a tiny, unimportant thing that you do that actually saves your mental health? Wondering tips and tricks of other mothers out there. Well, it's not unimportant if it saves your mental health. Let me just say that. And I will say working out in the morning, like I talked about. And then when I work out in the morning, I always give myself a midday bubble bath when I work out in the morning. And it's just this way of 15 minutes of meditation in a hot bath with bubbles that I just sink in, I listen, I block everything out, I do some deep breathing, I do some visualizations. It only costs me 15 minutes, and it just re-anchors me into myself for the kids' pickup or this, that, and the other. And it's just lovely to soak my muscles, get my vag clean after a workout, because usually I'll come home and I'll do some stuff like chores or editing or writing before I take a bath. And it's just a little moment that I have made for myself that I love. And one day, I actually thought about this yesterday as I was in my midday bath. I thought, one day I'm going to be too busy to actually take this midday bath, and it's going to make me sad because I really love it. Maybe it'll just have to be an evening bath at that point. But the midday bath for me just anchors me. And it does a lot for my mental health with the breathing. Dear Juju, as a mama glamorama, if you had to live 1 year with only 5 beauty products, which would survive the call? Beauty products. Okay. I guess that's not skincare because I think of beauty as makeup. Nails, for one. That was a beauty product. I would say my lashes for sure. Like as I get older, my eyes kind of get smaller and smaller, and I love Lashify. Lashify is amazing. Wait, nails, lashes by Lashify, dry shampoo by K18. Oh my God. That is an absolute lifesaver for your hair. I would say my Invisalign and Retin-A. That's all you need. That's really all you need. Those are the heavy hitters, honey. All right, don't forget that you're a star and push yourself, okay? Get up, get going, work out before 7 a.m. Before 7 a.m. You're going to feel so fucking good, and you have to do it tired. Just put those feet on the floor because you're a star and you need to act like it. I don't know why I say star, like star. I don't know why, but like you're a star. All right, I'll see you next week, and I'll let you know how it goes with my friend in the glasses. I love you, and I'm out. Mwah.